what Chris Darden's retainer was paid for or held by a private donor. Man, this Nipsey shit is really starting to look more and more like an assassination. It's definitely looking planned. Like, it's not looking as random as we thought. I just don't. What's good, everybody? Glass Bitty Daddy Vlog Life, bring you more updates and questions that I have, potential theories, you know, just been a lot of discussion, but more updates to the Nipsey situation. I was a big fan of Nipsey, big supporter of everything that he was doing, so I just feel I need to just update everybody with just what's going on, the word on the street, the insides to it, certain things that my supporters are sending me that they might want me to comment on, or just touching on things like that, because yeah, this whole Nipsey situation, yeah, it hasn't even been a week yet. Today is Saturday. It's been 6 days, so yeah, it's still a battle, and it's still just even hard to imagine, you know what I'm saying? But I probably got about 16 minutes to talk my shit to y'all. Outside of swim class with my daughters, I'm normally inside, but when I got this stuff late last night, I just felt the need to real quick to talk my shit to y'all. Don't go back in here, cause yeah, bearded daddy vlog life, like real dad. So yeah, we just outside the girls swim class. Both of them got swim class this morning, so luckily it's at the same time. It's not separated in 30-minute increments, because if it was, I wouldn't be able to vlog to y'all and do that, unless maybe one of them was back here jumping around and asking me a lot of questions, but that wouldn't happen. So get to the Nipsey situation. One of my people sent me article from TMZ. In a nutshell, just more details to the case. We spoke about the chick that was driving the car with Eric Holder. I'm not gonna say his gal, but that's really, based on this information, like that, bro, that's your gal or old girl. That's your boyfriend. Like, that's your nigga. So based on certain video footage and, you know, description of the car, they found the license plate. So they tracked the license plate to a repair shop that was close within the area. So last year in June, so this has to be June of 2018, because we're in 19. June of 2018, the car was taken to a shop to get repairs. The car is listed in old girl's name or somebody in her family. They take the car to the shop. Guess whose name is on the invoice who paid for the repairs of the car? You guessed it, Eric Holder. They obtain a phone number from the invoice. They call the number, a girl answers. Could it be Eric Holder's phone? Could be. Could it be her phone? Could be. They call, a girl answer, they asking the girl certain questions. The girl basically was like, well, look here, I just met Eric. I don't even know him like that. Again, I didn't have any ideas of what he was finna do, what was going on. Like, we not even, she trying to downplay it, like we not even cool, like we not even kicking it like that. Girl, cause I'm not gonna say the first thing that comes to mind. Girl, it's April, end of April, because Nipsey died on 31st of March. So you were fucking with Eric for 9 months. If we want to say April, we could realistically say 10 months. Well, 9 months at least that we know of, just based on a repair shop. So it wasn't some shit to where, y'all, you know, you just met him, y'all just fucking around. And again, I still find it hard to believe that a nigga gets in your car and you don't know what's gonna happen. Let's say you didn't know what was gonna happen, but again, I believe you do know. But let's say you didn't know what was gonna happen. You obviously had to know something when the nigga came back to your car running, out of breath, and probably sweating. If somebody is running somewhere, or they finna run into a store and they run around the corner and I can't see the store, and they run back to my car breathing hard and sweating and more than likely telling me go, dog, something ain't right. Like, I'm gonna ask some kind of motherfucking questions, something going on. I refuse to believe that once I left the parking lot, because you know it's the little side ad and the Fat Burger right there. And if y'all didn't know, the Fat Burger business shirts, they had the Marathon logo, so Nipsey was like for real, and Marathon clothing was moving. So I noticed that myself. Anyway, if you didn't, I don't even know if you went out the entrance where Fat Burger is, right off of Crenshaw. If you went off that side street, then turned that left, and then ran to Crenshaw. But either way, once you got to the street, you knew something wasn't right. But again, for protection of yourself and your family, you gotta, like, you just not bold enough, or you just not gonna say that you knew that, because you know the repercussions that come with that. Hey, side note, man, for those that's in LA, people in general, old girl's family really don't need to be a recipient of the anger, pain that we all feel and stuff like that. And specifically people in LA, like her mama or auntie, or she got an older sister that y'all know, you know, she wasn't, you know, they wasn't like that, and they wasn't approving of none of this shit or nothing like that. Like, man, y'all leave them people be. Like, for real, like, they shouldn't be no type of recipients of any type of gunplay, acts of violence, or none of that shit. Because, like, parents, majority of parents, they not raising their kids to be in a bad light. Just their kids might fuck up or some shit like that. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, as far as her people and shit like that, like, man, y'all know y'all shouldn't be fucking with her people like that, especially if y'all know what her people is and isn't built like. So, anyway, baby girl, I find it just so motherfucking hard to believe that you just didn't know what was going on, and you trying to downplay like you wasn't fucking with him and shit like that. So, that's that. If y'all didn't see my vlog about Chris Darden, it's the episode before this one. Chris Darden's attorney was held by private, or what Chris Darden's retainer was paid for or held by a private donor. Man, this Nipsey shit is really starting to look more and more like an assassination. It's definitely looking planned. Like, it's not looking as random as we thought. I just don't see how could it, like, coincidental that, like you say, Nip bodyguard and, you know, people, they ain't have no heat, because again, all the people that Nipsey employs and things like that, or people that come from that area and shit like that. So I mean, more than likely, you know, boys got cases, so they can't have heat around them. I get all that. So I'm not gonna be one of them niggas like, dog, somebody should have had a pistol. I get that, but this is a place of business. You here at the crib and shit like that, like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So as far as that, I'm just not totally tripping against that. You know, he didn't let his bodyguard know his last minute. Okay, all that. But the reason why I say it seemed more like a plan, because old buddy shot once, he took off. Because he took off assuming that gunplay, gunfire, more was gonna happen to the situation. It didn't. He came back a second time, shot some more, and then he ran off again thinking like, man, I gotta go. Like, man, I'm not trying to get killed. Man, these niggas finna start shooting. And he was like, oh man, ain't nothing happened. Then he went back the third time, and that's when the head shot, the kick in the head, and all of that shit happened. Dog, you is such a hoe for that kick in the head. Let me stay on point, because me talking about that is just really gonna take it to a whole nother level. So it just seemed like with old buddy Eric, like, man, he had to, for him to go back 3 times, it seemed like whatever the plan was, like, man, he has to be dead. He cannot live, dog, because for you to go back 3 times to for sure make sure that you did the job, it sounds like a job. It sounds like an assassination. it sounds like a solidified plan, because before you went and Nipsey business partner, the OG neighborhood crib dude, he said he came, he dapped him up, he said he was a rapper, he went to get a burger, grabbed some food, he left, and then he came back. So again, he went to go survey the scene, and he went to go play friendly first. He burnt off, then he came back. So again, it sounds like a plan. And as far as this private donor and his retainer, I'm just of the opinion that Eric Holder ain't got no money. Why do you ask me that? Because he had to get a ride to do, I'm not gonna say a drive-by, but he had to get a ride to the shooting. And the car that his chick picked him up in was a Chevrolet Cruze. That's damn near like an Echo. So that just don't scream dollar signs to me. And then again, you in a, I believe it was a white Chevrolet Cruze. So like all of this, like this shit ain't screaming money to me, because like no tinted windows, and in a dark car. Like my nigga, this is a everyday car that both of y'all use, because my nigga, you went to go get that whole fixed. So I'm just not thinking that you got money, but somehow money has been put on to pay for Chris Darden. So a damn sure by a private donor. So yeah, this shit damn sure sounds more like a plan than just a random act of violence. Hey, but that's what I got, man. I gotta get my ass back on in here. I gotta go ahead and get to that, man. Hey, yeah, man, y'all comment below, man. Y'all pass it along to people. Y'all let me know. And if it's more articles and more to the situation, man, y'all go ahead, add me. Y'all can send me a message. Y'all can email me. Y'all can DM me. Like, I'm not hard to reach. So, man, y'all can just go ahead and get at me. Hey, bitty daddy vlog. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Hey.